many here are bilingual? One, that's it. Two, impressive. And what languages? Espanol? Same? It's very impressive. I just have to tell you that. I have a Brazilian wife. Her native is Portuguese. She speaks English. She taught herself. I think it's amazing, right? But what I want to tell you guys is, if you really want to think about things, every single one of you here are bilingual. All right? You guys speak administrative and you speak faculty. Yes, it is two different languages. And you guys do a great job at connecting those. And so not only are you going to speak administrative, you're going to speak vision, but yet you're going to speak reality. You're going to speak, the vision of where everything is going, and then you're going to speak what the students are doing in the classrooms today. And you guys are the ones connecting it all. And as bilingual people, you guys have a great place to connect, to have others understand. You see, the idea of being bilingual is that you can take a language, okay, so you can listen to someone speak in Spanish, take all those words in, you can switch it around, and now you can present it to me so I understand it. And that's exactly what you guys do on a regular basis. You're going to listen to what the administrator tells you, what kind of policies are coming, what kind of things are going to be happening, the changes that are being made, and now you are going to take that information, change it around a little bit, and now present it to the faculty where they can understand, they can realize how this is going to not just be a new policy, but it's going to benefit them. And that's where you are so important. And why is this one not working? So leadership, it's not just about translation. Because translating can be confusing. Because when the administrative is saying, here's the new policies that are happening, and the faculty is saying, oh great, now I have a lot more work to do, it's not the same conversation. Your interpretation of it, that's where the leadership comes in. So, I'm going to give you an example where I just told you my wife is Brazilian. They have a lot of these weird little sayings that when translated doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't, and I'm sure you guys could relate. So, her 17-year-old son, my stepson, he's a senior in high school. He wants to go to a party. He wants to take mom's car to the party. BMW. Her saying in Portuguese, translated out, I'm not even going to try to speak Portuguese, I will just butcher it all up. It basically says, you can take your little horse in out of the rain. Did you just give the kid a chore to do before the party or something? And we don't have horses, right? But if you were to interpret it, boy, have you lost your mind? Is that how you find it? It's a very different thing. And that's what's so great about you. You can interpret everything that's going on. You can interpret how these things happen. And so when leaders interpret and they give out the messages, how is it that one leader can say a message, another leader can say the same message, yet the teams below take that completely differently? A lot of it has to do with the way that you connect. A lot of it has to do with the way that you put it out to them. The way that you are understanding them. The way that you relate to them. How many times have people talked to you about doing something, but you just don't feel it, you just don't see it, you just don't connect? And so what they're saying, but those people that really take the time to connect with you, those people you listen to. It's all about the feeling. It's all about right here. It's all about your character. It's all about your identity. This talk is called Your Identity is Your Authority. And I say this for a reason. When you truly identify as a leader, you are connecting with those people. You're not just talking just to talk. You're not coming in to just say, this is going to happen and you're going to do it. That doesn't make change. You're not here to scare tactics. You're not here to frighten people. You're not here to intimidate. You know, confidence is great, but confidence, and only confidence, that just comes across as intimidation. See, this isn't a talk about mindset. Mindset is very important. It's going to get you through a meeting. It's going to hype you up when you're not feeling great. It's going to get you through the day. Mindset is fleeting. Mindset is temporary. Character, as we heard earlier, character is what makes you who you are. Those things that you do in your office when the door is closed and nobody can see you, nobody can hear you, that's your character. Those things that you're doing throughout the night, the fact that you're here right now in the middle of summer because you want to make changes for the upcoming year, that right there shows character. You're here for a reason because you want to change this world. And that's one of the things I love about this entire organization. Back in March, when I first contacted Ashley, I didn't have any clue what you guys really did. And then I did more research on it. And then especially coming in here yesterday and seeing you guys and talking to people and hearing from people, it really showed me something that all of you want to create that entire ripple effect. See, Ashley, Will, and Clay, they put on this event. They're like the rock. They hit that water. They put me, the speakers before me, the speakers that are coming after me, we're ripples. You guys are ripples. The people you talk to, more ripples. We're making changes throughout the world. And that is because of your character. So back to the two leaders that I was talking about, how one can give a message and it doesn't click, another can give a message, but it does. It's not the message, it's the leader. It's the way you connect, it's the way you work your things, it's the way you do what it is that you're doing. mindset is temporary. Yes, it changes how you think in the moment. It'll get you through that hard day. It'll get you through that meeting that you're not wanting to deal with. That coworker that you know is going to stop by and bug you about something, and you have to just, yay, okay, let me get through talking to them so that I can move on, right? Character, that's the enduring part. That is what helps to build the trust. It holds steady. When all the moments end, when that meeting ends, when that coworker leaves, when everything happens, when everything's done with, that character sticks. And see your identity as you are embodying being a leader. That's true stability. Knowing who you are, knowing your mission, the reason that you're here, what it is that you're going for, that's stability. There's a world out there right now that's trying to knock you off so bad, to just totally mess you up. But as long as you stay true to who you are, you stay stable. So many things are going on in this world. There's so many changes that are going on throughout the world right now. I mean, AI is changing so much about so many things. That phone that's sitting right there in front of you has changed so many things about the way that you guys do your work, the way that colleges work all together, just over the past 20 years. And it's just accelerating from there. See, in the Bible, David and Goliath, David, in that story, David was talking to soldiers about the reward for killing Goliath. Brother heard this, comes over to David, he's like, bro, what are you doing? Go back to the field. Take care of those sheep. But David was stable, and he knew what he was doing and why he was doing it, and he continued on. If he would have listened to the brother, well, maybe Goliath would still be here today. Who knows, right? But the point is, he stayed strong. And you need to stay stable in the person that you are. And you definitely do not want to be that wishy-washy person. That person that comes across like a used car salesman. That person that comes and talks to you like, oh my gosh, I can't believe what that person did to you. I can't believe, oh my gosh, you should be so angry, you should do this, you do this. And then they go over to that person, they go, oh my gosh, he so deserved it. You did that, that was awesome, I love what you did. That's not stable. That's not someone that you trust. And I know you're thinking of someone right now that you've worked with. That is that person. And it's those people that they don't make the changes. They don't create the strong teams. It doesn't matter what their title is. Yeah, they may have some respect because of that title, but nobody wants to follow them. And I know that you know plenty of people that have a high up title that nobody wants to follow. And then there's people that don't have a title at all, but people trust them, people believe in them, people follow them. And that's the thing, it doesn't matter what your title is. And you are in the middle. You are the center of so much in your organization. You bridge the gap gap between this side and this side, you can start things that will connect this side and this side. You can take things from this side to talk to this side, and so on, and everything like that. But it doesn't happen if you don't have that trust, if you're not that stable person. When you embody that in your identity, you are that. When you are that, you can be unstoppable. It builds trust. Without that trust, you know it, nothing happens. When you don't trust somebody, you're not really fully there. So why would someone be with you if you're not trustworthy, right? Have you been in that situation? Can you talk about that? Can anybody give me anything that, like, a place where you were where, you know what, I don't feel it? I know that you have stories. It's a safe room. You can talk, unless that person is here. Maybe they won't want you to.
I struggle with new policies that don't have the why clearly defined before implementation. Like, here's the data, this is the decision, here's the policy. It has been hard in the past where it's just, this is the policy. It's like, why is this a policy? Doesn't matter, this is the policy. Like,
Right. Right, because it's hard to figure out why is there going to be the change. What's the point? Why? I thought things were good, right?
well, it's a lot, I can definitely, I'm also a problem solver, hunter, right?
Right.
Like, if I can know why, I can get on board and I'll be your biggest advocate, but just, I don't know, it's just like that, my mother used to say, because I said so, I'm just like, I need to, why?
Right.
Why, help me see the vision so I can get into the process.
Exactly. Exactly, because it can come across as just this robotic type of instruction. Hey, you're doing this now. Okay. Whatever. If you were all robots, hey, this would be easy, right? But that's the thing, we're humans. Emotions are involved. That is the biggest thing that makes all of what you do difficult. Not only the emotions that you have to deal with, but the emotions that everybody around you, on both sides of you, above you, below you, all of those emotions, you need to sort through it all. I went through training to become a licensed NLP practitioner, neuro-linguistic program. One of the things I had to learn was how to talk to people, right? Neuro-linguistic brain language. How the brain will take words and then put meaning to it, and so on and so on. Everybody can take the same message, the same words, the same instruction, and have a completely different meaning to it. And the problem is, your job, you can't just decipher it and put it out there for everybody. You are going to take something completely different than you. So as a leader, I would have to learn and understand, how can I tell this to you and you? It might be two completely different ways, but I have to have the same meaning. And the main thing is, when you guys all have to present something to your faculty, they all need to see, how is this going to benefit me? That's the number one thing. If you want them on board, how is it going to benefit them? I have to do these changes, why? We need a 6% increase in course completion. Okay, so I'm gonna do a lot more work to get more kids, more students, more people to finish the courses. What do I get out of it? Once they see the benefits, once they see that, okay, more funding comes in. Okay, does that mean you get a raise? Or am I gonna get something out of this? Are the administrators getting more money? Because that's not helping me. No, we're gonna finally change out the HVAC system that, oh, finally, my room can be cool. All right, maybe that in itself, all right. Okay, I'll get more people to finish this course. Yeah, I got it. Done. You know, you find what it's gonna be. And you make that happen. And this also builds resilience. Because throughout everything, you have administrators coming to you, telling you things are changing, you don't know why. You've got, I heard someone earlier today, they just got an email that someone's quitting. Now they need to find, they have a month to replace the person. Wow, okay, great. But you know what? Your resilience, you're gonna get through it. You're gonna make things happen. Yes, all of these things that come up, every single one of them are going to bring up some sort of an emotion to you. Some sort of a frustration, some sort of an anger, some sort of a resentment. But it also might bring you excitement. You're excited about something that comes up, something that happens too, right? No matter what, you need to try to relax the emotion and now present this to everybody in a way that everybody else can understand, right? You need to work through it all. You need to make it all happen. But this is you. This is what you do. And you guys do it at an unbelievably amazing level. You may not hear it all the time, but if it wasn't for all of you in the middle, connecting everything, making everything work, a lot of the organizations would be falling apart. Then you guys, the whole faculty, if it was all robots, yes, they could take information like, hey, new policy, okay, we're doing this, okay, it's done. But it's not. Not yet, anyway. Maybe eventually, but for now, your job is safe. But as you're building that resilience, as you're dealing with all of these things, as you're building this resilience, as you're making yourself a stronger person, you're making the faculty, everyone around you, everyone under you, you're making them stronger too. And every single bit of this comes down to one thing. We're making these students better to make a better world. And see, the cool thing about community colleges, something that you don't see in many universities, is you have such a huge, diverse community of students. I mean, not only do you have the 18-year-olds fresh out of high school, but you also have a 45-year-old that just changing careers. That adult isn't trying to apply at Harvard. They have a family, they're still trying to work a job, they're doing all kinds of things. They're going to a community college to try to get more understanding and more benefits for themselves, so that way they can make their lives different, change their families' lives. It's hard to change a career in the middle of your life. But you guys have the opportunities to help that happen. And every leader has an edge. Every great leader has an edge that makes them amazing. And this is the Edge framework. This is something that will help you on a daily basis. This will help you in work. This will help you in your regular life, day to day. Now let's go through this quick, okay? E. First things first, evaluate. Who are you at this moment right now? What is going on at that moment right now? What is actually true at that moment right now? And be honest. Are you afraid? This new policy came out. Are you freaking out about how you're going to present this to everybody? Are you scared? Are you mad? Are you excited? Are you angry? How are you feeling in that moment? Evaluate all of it. Before you react to what's going on, evaluate. And then actually look at everything. Look at it for what it is. What is absolutely true? Before you move any further, process those emotions. Look at everything realistically, and you move on. The D, decisive action. You know what you want the outcome to be. You know what the struggles are in front of you. The leader that you're becoming, what is it that that person needs to do to make those changes? How do you need to change up the wording for this person as compared to this person? Fred and Gina, they're not going to look at it the same way. And now, G, govern. Govern your emotions. Things aren't going to come easy. You're going to get angry, you're going to get upset, you're going to get frustrated, right? Or maybe it does go super easily. Really excited about how smoothly that all just went. Regardless, govern your emotions. If you can keep your emotions out of it the best you can, you'll be able to think a little clearer. You'll be able to respond, not react. You will be a stronger person. You will be more trustworthy. And finally, elevate. Not only elevate yourself to that next level, but elevate everybody around you. Everybody that you're speaking to, everybody that your entire team. You elevate everybody. Remember, we're here to make a better world. We're here to make everything, everyone, rise up. And when you do this, a lot of emotions are gonna come up. A lot of emotions that you need to govern, a lot of emotions that you need to understand. The better you become at all of this, the more you need to regulate, the better you need to be at assessing yourself, assessing how you feel, evaluating everything that's going on. Fear will hold you back. Can you guys think of a time when you had something that freaked you out, that held you back from doing something? That kept you from talking to someone? Does anybody have a story that they want to share? I mean, I'll tell you right now, maybe 10 years ago, fear would have kept me from being right here right now. Standing in front of a room of people that I have no idea who you are. I've never seen you before. You don't know who I am. I never even knew what you did until a couple months ago. Public speaking is supposedly one of the world's biggest fears. And I had that fear. I mean, no lie, an hour ago I was nervous. Not so much now. You were nervous, right? Yeah. And I'm sure every single one of you get nervous before you speak to whomever it is you're going to present stuff to, right? And you need to learn to work with fear. And fear can be sneaky. Fear can come in so many different ways, shapes, forms. Fear can be an instant thing, like that anxiety that you feel as soon as you hit reply all by accident on an email. Yeah. And fear can also creep in. Fear can come from that phone that's sitting in front of you. Fear can come from looking at social media and you comparing yourself. The friends that you went to high school with, your coworkers who you think are doing better than you. I mean, I don't know who in here may have been raised by that mom that loves to compare siblings and tell you about how your brother doctor just bought his next lake house and really want you to stop out more often, and they can't understand why you don't. You were the favorite, right? So you have no fear at all. Exactly, that's awesome. And we all want to strive to be just like you. Okay, so she can't relate. Who else can? Anybody else can, please? Nobody? All right. I guess I'm with the wrong crowd. We're coming to your this weekend. Oh no, this weekend. Yes. So fear is always there, and sometimes you don't even realize how you're allowing fear to creep in. But it's what you do with that fear. You don't allow that fear to be in the driver's seat. You gotta at least put it into the passenger seat. Sometimes in the back seat. Heck, sometimes you gotta shove that fear in the trunk. It'll always be there though. You can't kick it out of the car. See, one of the cool things about my job as a speaker is I get to speak to and communicate and ask questions to a lot of different people. And some of those people have been very insanely successful. And it's great because I can ask them weird questions. But one of them, I'll ask ask on a regular basis is, does the fear go away? You know, crazy, insanely successful entrepreneurs that are making millions have told me, no, Jason, fear does not go away. You just need to learn how to deal with it. You need to learn to listen to it, to tell you things that can help direct you. But you can't listen to it and have it take over. See, fear is going to help you from falling off the cliff, which is great. You don't want to die. But you also don't want fear to keep you back from learning how to fly. I want to do a really quick exercise with you, if you don't mind. Everybody who's writing, who's typing, everything like that, everyone just take a pause. Okay? I want you to just close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and exhale. And now I want you to imagine 1 year from now, every single one of us, we're all sitting in this room again. It's 2027, right back here. And you're speaking to all of your coworkers, all of these people around you. Who are you now? Who were you then in 2026? And who are you now in 2027? And what did you have to do to become that? What bad habits did you give up? What thought patterns did you get rid of? What beliefs did you leave behind? You can open your eyes now. What would the leader that I'm becoming do now? To become that person that you're going to be a year from now, that you just imagined, what do you have to do right now to become that? Your title will give you the permission to manage, which is definitely a necessity. But it's your identity that gives you the authority to lead. To be the leader that you already are, you've had to come a long way. To become the leader that you want to become, that you have been born to be, that God put you here to be. Embody that. You guys have any questions? You guys have any thoughts? Do you guys have any stories? Yes?
I would just add to your age categories, we also do, dual credit. So a lot of times we'll go from like 15 years old to 45 or 50 years old.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I have a 20-year-old stepdaughter. She's actually going to Collin Community College. She has no idea what she's going to be. She's changed her mind probably about 15 times in the last 10 minutes. It's gone from being a plastic surgeon to just a business professional. Okay, pretty right. But she did the dual credit when she was in high school. Yes, that's right. So yeah, you definitely do quite a huge gap. See, Pepperdine isn't doing that, right? You're doing things that a lot of facilities won't even worry about, won't even consider. But that's what's so amazing with you, is you're willing to take on what others won't. You're willing to do things that others don't feel that they need to. But they're also not doing it for the same reasons that you are. And I gotta tell you, I'm very impressed with every single one of you. Like I said, the fact that you're here right now in the middle of summer, that's pretty amazing. That's a beautiful thing. And I'm very impressed. And I appreciate the fact that you guys are here listening to me and allowing me to try to help you, to try to help them. And for that, I thank you. Now, if I couldn't get this to be on my slides for some stupid reason, but if you could, I would love your feedback. I'm not going to sell you anything. I promise you, I won't. But we will be able to stay in touch. If you ever have anything that you would love to talk to me about, if you would want to reach out to me, absolutely, please do so. But if nothing else, I would love your feedback. I truly hope that my talk has helped you, and has empowered you.
Jason, I
Thank you.
had a quick comment. I don't want to be that student that sucks all the air out of the room by just talking too much, but the thing about David and Goliath I found interesting because it kind of, to me, addressed a question that was asked over here about sometimes when you go as far as you have to get HR. David didn't pray for Goliath, he hit him in the head with a rock. Just wanted to point that out as kind of a funny take on some things. Because when we were talking David and Goliath, I was thinking, where is this gonna go? What's the analogy? And then you made that one, it made me think of her. So if you have some issues, sometimes you have to hit them in the head with a rock.
Oh, in fact, yes, that, forget it, sorry. Does anybody have any questions, any comments, anything at all?
I like to say that your presentation style is refreshing in that leadership is often seen as managing chaos and managing issues and negotiating conflicts. And the calm effect that you bring to talking about this topic of leadership teaches me, at least, that there is calm in the middle of the storm as people that are learning leadership and gaining leadership daily. Thank you for that.
Well, you're welcome, and thank you. And in fact, that reminds me of something that I could tell you about, and that is, so when I was learning NLP, you're working with somebody and they feel your energy. If you're anxious, they're going to feel it. They're gonna get anxious. I don't know if anybody has dogs, but this is a perfect example, a perfect relation. If you have anxiety, a dog feels it, they feel anxious, they're scared, what's going on? Why are you scared? I need to be scared too. The more calm you are, others will feel it. Others sense that. That is safety. When you are calm, when you are expressing to others, hey, we're safe here. Don't worry, it's all good. We got this. That'll help to let the guard down. That'll help them to open up. Nobody's ever going to become open up and vulnerable in an unsafe situation. So yes, thank you. Thank you. If that's it, thank you very much. I appreciate you. And yeah, and you'll get lunch now.